You're listening to Heritage Radio Network.
Welcome to One Bite is Everything, the podcast that connects every bite you take to the bigger picture of food, farming, health, and our future. I am your host, Dana DiPrima, and today's episode is a little bit different. It's short, it's personal, and it's really important. I want to tell you about something that we're building at the For Farmers movement and invite you to be a part of it. It's called One for Farmers, a campaign to raise $1 million for small American farmers $1 at a time. And yes, I really do mean just $1. It's something that every single one of us can do to drive real change and to show that we really care about the people producing our best food. So, stick with me for the next 10 minutes and I'll tell you exactly why your dollar matters more than you think and how together we can help the people who feed us. Let's start with the why. Small farmers in America are struggling, not just kind of struggling, really struggling. For every 5 farmers who leave farming, only 1 new farmer takes their place. We've lost over 400,000 farms in the last 25 years. Climate pressures, market consolidation, labor shortages, and policy cuts have made it harder than ever to stay afloat. And these aren't mega corporate operations. They're small farms, often family-run, who are growing your vegetables, raising your meat, making your dairy, and selling at your farmer's market. These are the people building better soil, stronger communities, and healthier food systems. They do all of that while working a day job, and most of them still don't have a financial safety net. This is where the For Farmers movement comes in. If you've been listening to this podcast for a while, you've heard some of the stories. We've awarded 190 grants in 46 states, each one directly supporting a farmer with a real need, fixing a broken tractor, building a new greenhouse, making a walk-in cooler, extending fencing, buying seeds, providing irrigation. Nothing flashy, just the real stuff that keeps farms going. One for Farmers is a bold, simple idea. What if 1 million people each gave $1 to support our farmers? That's $1 million in grants to small farmers across the country. No giant donors, no huge corporate sponsors calling the shots, just everyday people saying, I care, I'll show up, here is my dollar. I hear from farmers all the time about how much it means to receive a grant that comes directly from people, not a government agency or a corporate sponsor, but individuals who chose to show up. That vote of confidence, it matters. It reminds them that they're not alone. And unlike most funding out there, For Farmers grants are simple, fast, and upfront. Farmers don't have to take out a loan or front the cost. They get what they need when they need it. Our application isn't pages of red tape. It's a few clear questions because we trust that the farmer already knows exactly what their farm needs. We're not here to overcomplicate things. We're here to back them up. This campaign started with a hope, a belief, and now we're calling on you, our listeners, our community, our fellow eaters, to be part of it. Every dollar you give goes straight to the For Farmers Grant Fund. Every $500 raised is turned into a grant for a real farmer in need. And every donor becomes part of a growing movement to shift the future of food, one bite, $1 at a time. Let me tell you about a few farmers that your dollar could help. Cassandra is a first-generation Black farmer in Georgia, and she would use her grant to install drip irrigation to save water and extend her growing season. Jared and Kelly, a young couple in rural Texas, lost part of their crop in a recent flood. Their grant will help cover the replacement costs for seed and tools, keeping their season alive. Julie, a regenerative livestock farmer in Oregon, would use her grant to build portable fencing to rotationally graze her animals more efficiently, restore her pasture land, and sequester more carbon. These are the kinds of stories that never make the news, but they're the backbone of our food system, and they're the reason we're doing this. It's not charity, it's solidarity. It's saying, we see you. We value your work. We've got your back. With One for Farmers, your dollar has a huge return on investment. You might be thinking, why $1? Why not raise money the traditional way? The answer is, we're doing that too. We're pursuing grants and sponsors and partners, but we also believe in the power of people, in small donations that add up to big impact. This is about making it easy and meaningful for everyone to participate, not just folks with deep pockets, not just the food elite. If you've ever bought a $6 latte or a $9 box of strawberries or a $22 cocktail, you can spare $1 for the farmers who make those things possible. We've proven that this model works. Small donations are what built the For Farmers Grant Program, and now we're scaling it, inviting the country to help us go bigger. You can also rally a team. Maybe your book club wants to raise $500 together. Maybe your kids want to run a lemonade stand and give the proceeds to farmers. Maybe your restaurant wants to add $1 for farmers to the check. There's room for all of it and all of you. So here's what I'm asking. Step 1, give your dollar. Go to oneforfarmers.com and click the button. It takes about 30 seconds. That's it. It even has options for you to add $1 for each month, or for each week, or for each day of the year. Choose what you feel fits your life and your commitment level. Step 2, tell somebody. Share the campaign with a friend. Text it to your family. Post it on Instagram. Forward it to your foodie group chat. The more people who know, the faster we will reach that $1 million. Step 3, be a micro fundraiser. Want to go bigger? Set a personal goal. $100, $500, $1,000. We will support you with graphics and stories and everything you need. You can dedicate your fundraiser to a farmer you love, a food memory that changed your life, or a future you want to help build. If we want better food, we need better systems. And if we want better systems, we have to invest in the people who make real food possible. Small farmers aren't just a nostalgic idea. They're our most critical link to good food, healthy communities, and resilient economies. They are feeding us. They're fixing the land. They're doing the work. So let's show up for them. Imagine this. When you give your dollar, you're not just tossing change into a jar. You're standing in a farmer's field. You are shoulder to shoulder with 500 other people who chipped in to make this one grant possible. Imagine 500 people gathered in a barn, surrounding a farmer who just got the support they need to fix their irrigation, build a fence, or plant again next season. That's what we're doing here. We are building a human circle around small farmers, cheering them on, not with words, but with action. And every time you give, you're showing up in that field too. When we reach that $1 million goal, one of our top priorities is helping farmers who were promised support and then left hanging. Across the country, the U.S. Department of Agriculture recently rescinded more than $1 billion in regional conservation partnership program grants impacting 69 projects and froze over $900 million in REAP funding to more than 6,800 farmers, leaving them on the hook after upfront investments. REAP stands for the Rural Energy for America program, a former USDA initiative that helps farmers, ranchers, and small rural businesses install renewable energy systems or make energy-efficient improvements. Others lost out when the USDA cut over $1 billion in pandemic-era programs meant to help schools and food banks buy from local farms. These weren't stray cancellations. They were dollars already promised, contracts already signed, purchases already made. One for Farmers will step in to help fill that gap, giving farmers the dignity, trust, and relief they deserve without forcing them to go into debt to feed the nation. Thank you for listening and for being a part of the For Farmers movement. The One for Farmers campaign to raise $1 million, $1 at a time, is a groundbreaking effort, and it's made possible by people like you willing to stand up for farmers in a small way, one that makes a big impact. So I hope you'll help. Just $1, oneforfarmers.com, or just go to the show notes for a link and spread the word. I hope that you'll share this episode with your friends. Send it to one person who cares about food, or shopping small and local, or about making progress toward caring for our environment or boosting the economy. Not to mention eating delicious and healthy food. For that, I know the moms out there are obsessed with giving their kids the healthiest options. This campaign is right up their alley. So, please, share, share, share. And if you haven't already, be one in a million. Go to www.oneforfarmers.com. Give your dollar and be for farmers. I am your host, Dana DiPrima, and this is One Bite is Everything, where it's impossible not to see the connections from your plate to everything on the planet, including that $1 in your wallet and our farmers in the fields.